So this is how it first started. I was around the house, just like normal. All of a sudden, my whole body I lost control over my body. And I flipped up and tore up the furniture and everything and wound up in the dining room because that started in the living room. So I wound up in the dining room on the floor, stretched out on my stomach, both arms out. I'm laying there thinking, what just happened? What was that? And that's maybe 10 minutes after that, I started hearing the voice of my dad. And I'm like, he says, I'm your father. I say, what? He said, yes, I'm your father. I says, what the heck is going on? Because I'm hearing this, you know. See, so that's what I'm trying to tell you about how he can talk to you, but you think it's you talking the way you process your brain and the way I process my brain. So I says, wow, that talking to myself, I can't be talking to myself saying things that I'm not saying. And so the next day, that's when number one came over. And the house was tore up and everything, and he looked at me strange. And so we talked and everything. So we had a security gate. I had a security gate on my house. So while we got through talking and everything, he seen the house tore up, and he was wondering, thought I was going something wrong. And I says, wow. And he just went here and spoke. And then when he was leaving out, I grabbed the gate, the security gate, and then I reached to the gate to let him out, and as soon as my hand touched the gate, my arm say bam, 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 slamming the gate up against the porch rails and stuff. And then number one came out, and Dad anointed him right there on the porch. Wow, he anointed him. And I says, what? And he looked at me, he says, look, man, he said, you still gotta be yourself, man. You gotta be yourself. I said, I am myself. Right? Yeah. And so he left. We didn't think much of it. And I would walk my dog. And sometimes he'd ride the scooter around and he'd see me. And one morning he caught up with me. And I had a conversation with him. And so we still dealing today. So he has an understanding, but people think you're mental and crazy when you don't act like everybody else and think like and process. See, because what it is you're different, but you're the same. And I'm going to explain that shortly.